Welcome into the Business on Purpose podcast. Scott Beebe, your host, the head coach and the founder of the Business on Purpose platform, where we get an opportunity to do some daily briefings from real life questions we get from the small business owners we get to work with and have the privilege of being able to help liberate from the chaos of working in their small business. And hey, before I jump into this one, reminder, mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. If you want that completely free full-scale tutorial, full-scale template, everything we've got is there. It's for free. It's the exact tutorial we walk heroic small business owners through, and we want you to have access to it if you're willing to sweat, if you're willing for your thighs to burn, sweat, breathe heavy, and you want to put in the work. It's right there, mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. Great question came in from a small business owner, and they were essentially asking this. I'm going to reframe the question, but here's what they were asking. Hey, I just did my non-negotiable weekly schedule. If you've been around here, you've heard us talk about that. You got to have a non-negotiable weekly schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just did it, and not everything that I do fits on the weekly schedule. We see that conundrum all the time. Now, I'm going to reframe this question, and I'm going to put it in the form of another question. What happens when our new vision conflicts our present reality? What happens when our new vision conflicts the new schedule? Or better yet, what happens when the new vision conflicts the old schedule? Wow. A couple things you got to keep in mind. Number one, is your vision really your vision? And if it's not, go back and tweak it. Remember, we say that your vision story is only ever 90 to 95% complete. Again, if you want to build that out, not a vision phrase, not a plaque, not a, hey, we want to be the best, blah, 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 so that unicorns fly and jelly beans flow. A real, detailed future snapshot of the future of your business. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of detail. And you're thinking, where in the world am I going to come up with that? mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. It's all right there. Go get it. And when you build out that vision, you're going to start to put your non-negotiable weekly schedule side by side. And when I say that, I'm just talking about a spreadsheet or your existing calendar. Go in there and start filling in the blocks, big rocks first. And you got to start asking yourself, do the big rocks that I'm laying out, do they match with the vision that I have written down? Do I need to write down my vision? Of course you do. God himself told Habakkuk, write the vision down so that those who read it may run. Habakkuk 2. Michael Gerber, author of E-Myth, says if you don't write it down, you don't own it. Of course you got to write it down. Because when you write it down, now you know where to run. You can run towards it. And by the way, other people know where to run. They might run away from it. That helps you up front. Because you want to know right away, are they in or are they out? What's it going to be? And so when you've got your vision written down and all of a sudden you start to work on a non-negotiable weekly schedule, you take the big rocks, team meetings, client engagements, working on accounting. Those are the big rocks. They're the things that have to be done, sales calls. You start to put those in first and then you build everything else around it. And if you run out of space on your calendar before you run out of task to do, it's time to pull back, hit reverse, go back, and let's take every item and let's run it through your vision. Well, what if I take every item and it all fits? Well, then you need help. What if I can't afford help? Then you have a product pricing problem. It's got to go around, I forget the guy's name that ran that show, The Prophet, Marcus Lemonis, says people, product, and process. People, product, and process. If your process is good and your people are good, but your product's bad, we got a problem. We got to fix something. It's what Dan Miller always talks about, the 3 legs of the stool. Is it marketable? Is it your passion? And do you have the capability? If you've got those 3 things, then you can take it to the market. You may have to come to the reality that, oh my, this thing is not marketable. I'm passionate about it. I have capability to do it, but I don't know that there's a market for it. You might come back and say, there's definitely a market for it. I'm passionate about it, but I don't know how to do it. And so you got to start thinking through those things. What happens when your new vision does not align with your old calendar? You got some hard work to do. It's what Seth Godin might call the dip. It's walking uphill. It's your thighs burning. You're sweating. You're not sure where it's going to go. And you're confronted with fear versus faith. And I want you to keep walking. Even though you can't see it, I want you to keep walking. I want you to write your schedule down by faith. And you go, man, I'm not a religious person. Faith is simply the conviction of what you cannot see. Now, I happen to tie my faith to Jesus Christ. So there's a religious, spiritual element to that, but faith is a conviction of something you cannot see. So continue to go. Build out your schedule the best you can in line with your vision, with your mission, with your unique core values. But if you don't have your vision, start there. Filter everything in your calendar through that, and then you will come up with a calendar that will serve the vision, that will serve the clients that you have the privilege and, quite frankly, the responsibility to serve, and you will make the hard decision. When somebody makes a courageous decision, by definition, they become a hero. And I want you to make a courageous decision. I appreciate you joining me. Do the hard work. Go to mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. Go download the full vision tutorial. Write your vision. Set the time aside. Go do it right now. And then through that, start making the hard decisions. Because if you do the hard things now, it's going to pay off later. And you'll be liberated from the chaos of working in your business. Scott Beebe, the head coach and the founder of the Business on Purpose podcast. Check us out as often as you can right here. Subscribe if you want. I'd be delighted to have you subscribe so that every time we put out a new podcast, you're going to get it. And also go rate this thing, man. Let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear it. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you on the next Business on Purpose podcast.